Welcome to Open Arms, an honest conversation about firearms. Hey everyone, I'm your host, Brian Lockerman. How you doing, Nikki?
Hi guys, how are you?
Hey, very good. Hey, Nikki, let me ask you this. Do you like taking Tylenol, aspirins, any kind of medication, Advil,
I
all that
don't.
good stuff?
Even when I was little, my mom would tell me to take medicine when I was sick as a kid, and I refused.
I know, and that's the way I was too. I never wanted to take. I never really had to take anything my whole life until, of course, recently. But we've always tried to avoid that. And I think today's show is going to be very, very informative on things like this. So today on my show, I have Alexis Taylor. Welcome to the show, Alexis.
Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here and an honor.
Absolutely. Now, Alexis, I want to start. I'm going to go way back first. You're from Pennsylvania, correct?
PA all day. Good old Allentown, Pennsylvania.
There you go. I'm a PA boy too myself.
Hey.
That's our PA. However, you don't like the Steelers. You like the Eagles. Is that correct?
Eagles, Eagles.
uh,
Yeah,
well,
my dad would be proud.
well, good. We're obviously Steeler fans. Of
Oh,
course.
well.
You know how that goes.
It's the balance.
Yeah, it's all good stuff. But I think you growing up back there, you probably shared the same roots I did. Now, of course, we grew up at very good family values, and we also did a lot of shooting guns and hunting stuff like that. Was that in your family as well?
Yeah, we have a cabin up in Tioga County, New York State,
Oh wow,
and it's been in my family for years. It's in the Schwoyer family.
really?
And I grew up shooting guns since I'm literally like 4 or 5 years old, bow and arrows, riding
There
ATVs,
you go.
hanging out my dad's tree stands.
This is my people right here. This is awesome.
Yeah. It was a good time.
That's great. And here's the thing. Nikki grew up, in the valley here, in the San Fernando Valley, and she really didn't grow up with that kind of things. And I started introducing her to stuff like that. And Nikki, really, was that just something that really changed you a lot by doing things like that?
Yeah, I always thought guns were scary, and I was never educated on them. And seeing the other side of the gun ownership, it was really it's interesting, and it gives me a different perspective on the guns.
Yeah, exactly. And one thing, Alexis, I took her, motocross riding on ATVs, of course. And unfortunately, at the end of the day, she had a very bad crash in a bush.
Oh, no.
that kind of took her away from that a little
The
bit.
ATV was upside down in a bush, and I was over here somewhere.
I've been there, actually. There was a time once we were riding through our field up at the cabin, and my dad wasn't exactly paying the most attention that time, and it looks like it's all flat, and we're just, me and my sister on the back. We're like little. I'm like probably like 13. She's like 10. And we end up flying. And one of us goes in the air and then the other one. And my dad's like, oh my God. So ever since then, he's like been extra careful because my
Nice.
mom almost killed him.
Well, you're going to have spills and that.
Yeah,
but
it happens.
But you know what, Alexis? It's
yeah.
really good to just get out into the outdoors.
We were safe. It was
Yeah.
kind of fun.
Yeah, it's just good to get out of the outdoors and do things like that with your family, especially. Now, with your gun, with your shooting when you grew up, did you get a lot of safety training back then?
Yeah. We went over everything, like how to make sure it's locked and like off,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? And how to just do everything mindfully. Like you're not going to be shooting if anyone's in range. You're going to make sure everyone's behind you or out of it.
That's good. I mean, no, it's great.
Just for safety precautions.
Beautiful.
Like we're not going to be going and building a fire next to where we're shooting or something.
Yeah.
Like
Well, that's good. You had the safety training, so you've been safe with that, and you got to grow up, shooting and learning that kind of thing, which is fantastic,
yeah.
All right, now here we are, in Southern California, a different world, obviously, than
Yeah.
back there in Pennsylvania, and it's my understanding that you started some type of natural healing thing.
Yeah.
Just tell the audience
So-
what that is exactly.
I am a medical reflexologist. I help people heal themselves through the nerve endings in their hands and their feet. I got into this about 10 years ago when I was actually performing at the London Olympics, and I got injured at my biggest performance in the world. And it was like the first time I ever got injured. And I'm like, are you serious? Today,
Wow.
I get injured at the biggest performance of my life.
Oh man.
Doing a tilt jump. So I jumped, I came down, I landed wrong on my ankle. Luckily, it was a vampire dance, so we all had to crawl in the middle and eat the guy and then crawl off stage. It worked to my advantage. And I'm backstage. And I took my jazz shoe off and my foot swole up like a fist,
Ooh.
like on the side of it. And I'm just sitting there like in shock. And my mom comes running back and is like, she's not dancing. She's not dancing. And my dance teacher's like, she's dancing. She's dancing. And I'm like, oh my God, because I have another minute left to get back on stage and in a new costume and everything and perform the rest 30 minutes of this show. So pretty much this big event of my injury and at the Olympics led me to the healing career that I now help people heal from, which is medical reflexology. When I got home from the Olympics, they said, you're never going to dance again. You're never going to wear heels again. At 18 years old, I'm hearing this,
Wow.
and it ruined my life because I thought I was going to be dancing for celebrities, and I was trained by some of the best people with the Rockettes and,
Oh man.
different things all over the world. I've been dancing since I'm 3 years old. And what ended up healing me when they said, nope, you're done, no heels, no dance, was medical reflexology. And that's now what I help other people heal themselves through.
So let me get more definition of this. This is without medication. Is that
This is
right?
without any medication.
See, this is the type of thing that, like I said, Nikki and I, we stand for, right, Nikki?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We believe in this too. Now, I'm really interested in what you're about to tell us because I'm going through some stuff as well, and I try to avoid as much medication as possible. Being there. So, what do you do? How do you get there? How do you heal people?
So I like to say we all have our own doctors within us.
Okay.
And we have the ability to heal ourselves. That our bodies are healing machines. We
That's
have the
true.
ability to regenerate back to homeostasis. All we have to do is just give our body the proper environment for that to take place in. So we need to give our body the proper nourishment with the vitamins and minerals and amino acids. And that's a whole nother topic about our food industry and
Yeah.
how we now have food that's grown in nutrient-depleted soils. So we're not actually getting nourished from the food we're eating, even if it's organic and whatnot, because it's lacking the mineral context that we get from the ground and our soils. So we have to give our body that to have the building blocks for the proper foundation for our body to actually heal.
Okay. With that said, with that kind of food, you're saying we're not getting nutrients. Do we just search out that food that has nutrients, or do you use supplements? What
So
do you
I work with people through a certain program where we provide people nutrient-rich food.
Really?
That's grown in nutrient-dense soil. Some of it's even grown on an old volcanic lake bed
Oh wow.
where there's constant soot
Yeah.
being dumped on it through the air because there's a
Exactly.
volcano nearby. So you're getting volcanic ash. And this is what our food is absorbing the nutrients from. So then when we eat that food, those nutrients are going into our body and being assimilated. And that's what builds the kidneys, helps our eyesight, helps our hair grow.
Very
Is the
interesting.
minerals and the nutrients.
Where do you get this kind of food? Where do you find it?
So you can connect with me if that's something you're
Oh,
interested in.
absolutely.
And
Yeah.
we can talk about, your health benefits or like what goals you have or just how to get your body nourished, and we can get you connected with that.
Huh. That's interesting stuff. Yeah, Nikki, definitely, post that, correct, with all her information.
All your information
Yeah.
will be on the description box below.
Yeah.
So the cool thing is they actually water their plants with real mineral spring water from a mountain, not
Really?
like fluoride tap water and all this other stuff that's going into our apples and our lettuce that we ingest. And then
Yeah.
it's the micro and the macro. So
Uh-huh.
the water also matters with what you're watering your plants and your crops with. So we heal through the food, right? Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy.
Yeah, exactly. I could see that being a big difference. That's for sure.
Changes everything.
Never really thought about that. Even though like you say, you go to the store and buy organic, you're not really getting the proper nutrients out of that food.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting stuff.
And then I help people on the physical level once they already have, good foundation or not,
Okay.
right? Whether I can
Okay.
meet people where they're at, but with the reflexology, all I need is my hands and their hand and foot, and I could go into the nerves and pinpoint the exact area that needs correction. And all I'm doing is sending the nerve, blood, and lymphatic supply to every single organ, gland, and part of the body. And then your body is healing itself. So we're just applying an exercise pressure and persuading the body to strengthen, reinforce, and correct.
Really?
Yes.
That's
So those two
fascinating.
combined, boom.
Okay, I'm gonna share something with you. What I'm going through. I have a hereditary disease called polycystic kidneys.
Okay.
And about 2.5 years ago, they finally shut down, and I had to go on dialysis. Now, since then, my phosphorus buildup in my body has been really excessive, and it's damaging nerves in my feet and legs. Okay, that's what phosphorus does. Now, is that something you could possibly help with me bringing something like that back?
So as long as there is 1% life in a nerve, we can get it all the way back to 100%.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting stuff.
Anything, any case,
Wow.
whatever it is. I've worked on people that had brain tumors in their head, and within hours, it's shrunk in size. So it's just, I like to explain it this way, right?
Sure.
This is a fun way. Imagine your foot is the breaker box to the house that you are,
Okay.
and I'm the electrician, and I go in and go ding, 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 and turn everything back on. So everything's functioning, everything's flowing, all the lights are working.
Huh. That's some really, really interesting stuff. I tell you.
Yeah.
Because I keep hearing more and more about this type of thing out there. It seems that more and more people are surfacing, more and more people are practicing that and doing that type of healing process, and that, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I mean, even with what my condition I'm doing right now, they kind of try to push a lot of medication. I mean, I refuse it. They push even more hours on the machine, and I refuse it. I don't think it's necessary because I do what I feel, and
Yes,
Listen to
I
your body.
live my life like that.
yeah. I mean,
Yes.
when I say you need more hours, I say, but why? I feel fantastic. My blood work is perfect. Everything is great. I'm getting my transplant now. I've been cleared for everything. Why would I do more hours? Is it a money thing? Huh? Right? You want me to do more hours to make myself feel worse than what I am? I know what my body's telling me. That's why I stick to that.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, so you got the nutrition, you got the kind of physical type of thing you work with. Now, what about like a mental situation and for a mental state of mind for something like this?
So, yeah, the mindset, so powerful.
It is, right?
It's what shapes everything. And I've been on both ends of the spectrum, like very, very dark and turmoil to like the most high bliss, beautiful state. And it's a lot of our lifestyle. It all kind of goes together. So like what actions are we taking every day? Because if we wake up first thing in the morning and look at our phone, or we wake up first thing in the morning and we say some gratitude, those are going to shape your day and your mindset completely different.
I can see that.
You could start your day with like, oh my God, this person's like posting this, or you see something really weird that you didn't want to see, and it's already starting the trajectory of your day off weird. Or you could start your day with gratitude or something that's like beneficial to you and giving yourself your own self-care, your own like time. Like little things like that. This is like how it goes into like lifestyle also connects with the mindset a lot. But it's really just making the choices for yourself and your future self. Like wake up.
I understand what you're saying. I tell you that right now. I'll wake up in a happy, great mood every day. But something will trigger me to bring me down again. And that trigger is what you have to avoid, right? Yeah. I could definitely see that being a thing, especially when I first, went on the dialysis, 2.5 years ago, whatever. I was just in that dark zone. Yeah. Every day, I was just like, and then one day I'd say to myself, I can't keep doing this. Yeah. I got to think of what is good in life, what I have to live for, what I'm doing. Like this project that Nikki and I and everybody here at the Open Arms Studios is doing. It's been such a big, fantastic, good thing for people to start learning. We're doing that. I have a wonderful family. I think about them. I think about my growing up as a kid, how wonderful family life was. And that's what brought me back to being that happy state again.
It's coming back to the gratitude. That's when, far as you go the other side, and yes, you can go so deep and feels like sometimes there's no way out of it, but it's just coming to that decision, or like that pain is just so much we just choose differently one day. Some people get like that, and some people catch themselves before they go down the spiral. We're all a work in progress,
Yeah.
aren't we? Okay,
No, I
it's
mean,
okay to be where you are, but the gratitude is always what gets me to come back, because
mhm.
I even get there, and I'm a wellness practitioner, and
Yeah.
I'm not perfect either. I have thoughts that take me, and I get a little out of my mind and out of control, but what always brings me back is coming to just the here and now and being grateful for what I have. Like, I'm grateful that I get to be on this with you right now.
There
I'm
you
grateful
go.
that we get to share this
Yeah.
for people to find something else that they maybe were looking for. Whatever it is.
Alexis, thank you. Nikki, what do I tell you every day? Always think of how the gratefulness that you have in life right now.
Yeah, like
Yes.
it's so overlooked.
It is. It is. And I tell you, whenever I do feel that downward spiral, and I just think of, what is good right now. I think about, oh, I'm going to have a show with my new friend Alexis here. It's going to be fantastic, and it brings me into a better state of mind.
Yeah. And it's just keep compiling them and then keep
Yeah.
compiling. And then that vibration, that vortex, that spiral starts to go up here into
Mhm.
the higher vibrations. And then better things start coming into your life. And you just start seeing and are more aware of all these blessings and good things. And they keep coming. But when we go down like the other end, we're like, oh my God, this happened to me today. Oh my God, this. And then we just keep going down and down and down. And then it's like, oh my God, we're so far down here. What do we do? How do we get out?
Yeah.
And it's sometimes like crippling. It feels like the weight of everything. But then you just start doing little things like, I'm just gonna maybe take a bath, and I'm so grateful for this hot water. I'm so grateful that I have a roof over my head, and then start going to like little accomplishments, and then you start coming back up into like these higher planes, and then things just start working out.
That's
So
it.
it's how fast can we catch ourselves when we're going down the route,
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
That's really all you get in the swing of the more personal development you work with, because we're still gonna have problems, we're still gonna have things that aren't so good in life. It's just
Of
how
course.
can we sit with them, accept them, move through them, and then still be grateful and then continue.
That's it. That's it. And I think the mind is so powerful. Keeping yourself healthy, keeping yourself, in a good state of mind is very good. Right, Nikki? Don't I talk to you about that a lot of times
Right. Yeah.
about being in that perfect state of mind.
Yeah. And I always said that, your body can heal from anything, and you can make yourself sick, just, yeah.
That is true.
And
That is-
I look at food also as medicine, not
Mm.
just as food. And if you have any kind of ailment, I think there's food out there that can help.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
That's
I
what we
mean,
were talking about before, right?
that's true. And Nikki's healthy as a horse. I tell you, I think, I mean, I watch her diet, what she eats and stuff like that. She does eat as healthy as she can.
Mm-hmm.
And really, Nikki, when was the last time you even had a cold?
Yeah, that's true.
Really, I mean,
Knock on
she-
wood, right?
yeah, she, I think it's a lot to do with it, the mindset, a lot to do with, her activity. Oh, and one of the things we're doing right now, which is, I don't know if you've done this yet or not, Nikki and I are quite the pickleball players.
Oh my
now.
Oh,
God.
it's so much fun. It's so addicting.
Now, let me, I
It's
guess
so much fun.
It is absolute.
We have extra paddles if you ever want to join us one day.
Yeah, my
So much
mom and I, we actually just bought 2 pickleball
No way.
rackets.
Okay,
Come with us. It's so fun.
Let me share.
Yes.
I want to share something with you. There is a documentary on Netflix called "Living to Be 100: The Blue Zones."
Okay.
I don't know if you heard of it. Check it out. Now they talk about these different places in the world that people are living to be over 100 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this guy has traveled the globe, going to each of these places, and why? What's the reason behind it? And it's all due to lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the places is Loma Linda, California. By the way, that's where I'm getting my transplant, believe it or not. Loma Linda, California. Why? And you know what one of the reasons were? They had all these people that are in their late 90s. They said, it's pickleball. And you know what they said? They said, you know why? Because it's good for the soul. It's good for your body. It's an exercise. Plus, it's a social event.
Social.
Yeah.
It's all in one.
All right.
Yeah,
I
sometimes
mean-
when you go to the gym, you know, you're isolated. You have your headphones on. You're doing your thing. You're exercising, but it's a social thing.
Yeah.
And we met so many nice people doing it. And,
Oh, we have.
and it's such good exercise. You don't realize you're exercising.
And I'm
You're
such
so-
a fanatic about community.
Yeah.
Like without like the people in your life, like what is it? Like if you're just
Uh-huh.
alone, like the people in your life are what makes it.
I know
Like,
it.
really
I know it.
beautiful.
I know it. I was blown away when I heard that. I'm like, Nikki, I said, we have to watch this because a friend of mine told me about it. And I'm like, really? And so we watched it the other night, and I'm like, oh my God, it was so interesting to see.
It's a series, so I think we finished 2
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah, it's
Oh
a
my gosh.
four-part series, but check it
Okay,
out. Check
well,
it out.
definitely. There's a really great pickleball court by my house too, like over towards like off Ventu.
Oh,
That's
that's
where
where
we go.
That's where
Okay.
we go.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so
Yeah.
fun. You have to go.
That gated community over
Yeah,
there.
that's where we go.
Yeah.
We're there all the time. It's fun.
All right.
It's addicting too. You want to keep getting better and better and better.
Okay,
you
this
know?
is a vibe.
All right,
We'll
good
do
deal.
it.
Beautiful. Sounds like a plan then. Okay, so Alexis, you also work at one of our favorite restaurants, Novo Cafe.
That's where we
Wait.
all met.
Okay, we all met. Okay, now I got a quiz for you. What city is Novo Cafe in?
I would say it says Westlake on
It is Westlake, California.
Okay.
'Cause
on the
I-
GPS, but I consider it more Agora-y.
Yeah,
right?
it definitely is Westlake Village. It
Okay.
definitely is. And in fact, because the reason being, they're having that hearing this evening on the liquor license. So
Okay.
it's Westlake Village Council.
Okay.
So, yes, it is definitely Westlake Village. But I already did my call in. I'm going to try to show up tonight, if at all possible.
I'm working tonight.
Are you? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So you'll see me.
very, very, very good. Yeah, did you happen to catch Massimo's show?
No, not yet.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Not yet.
Check it out. It was a really good show.
I'm excited
Yeah, it
too.
was awesome.
Especially now that like we're all here together. I'm like,
Yes.
yeah.
So, what made you get into that kind of field of waiting? Are you waiting
So
tables or bartending?
I'm waiting tables.
Okay.
I used to wait tables in Pennsylvania
Really?
just to make some extra money.
Yeah.
And yeah, like my intention for being there is, well, like I love being of service to people and I love helping people feel seen, heard, loved, and accepted. And if I can make people like have a touch of that in their life, like I'm like fulfilling my life purpose of like helping people like feel that.
That's amazing.
And like when I'm serving, I get to have a little bit of extra like love and attention with each person that I'm serving there. So no matter what, I feel like I'm like just doing
yeah.
my acts of service and like my love and like my passion of like helping people feel loved.
There you go. Well, you know what? You went to the right place. That restaurant is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's our favorite by all means. And you know he was a trooper through the whole pandemic.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah,
I heard.
Just amazing stuff over there.
I didn't even know that. I spent most of, the pandemic in Mount Shasta, living on the mountain for
you were telling me
like
about that.
months. So
So
I
d-
wasn't down here. As soon as the riot started happening, me and my friend, he just called me one day. We just met a month before this all happened, like because we worked at Tarantula Hill.
Oh, really?
It's our other
Company.
favorite
No way.
place.
I
Okay.
like that place.
So
Yeah.
I worked there when they first opened, and I was the coffee girl. I made all the coffees.
Oh, yeah?
Right, and that was like a way I could put like some love in every coffee for every person, so that they could like have a better day. Right. I like doing things like this.
You're awesome. You're just a
So my friend and I, we met there, and he was just a busboy there, and he just got the job. I just got the job, and then we both got laid off, and we were the only people that connected over like astrology and some stuff,
Huh.
And he's like, hey, we started hiking. He taught me breath work. He's actually the reason I got into the superfoods and all this organic nutrition. Was
Really?
because of this person. He changed my life.
wow.
Yeah, because before that I used to have a lot more like of a struggle with depression, and then healing my gut health actually changed my depression, and doing breath work every day changed the trajectory of my life,
Really?
which set me up for like a deper level of success so I could serve more people with, the healing work that they need,
Wow.
right? So
Interesting.
he just calls me one day and is like, hey, you want to get out of town? And I was like, yeah. I'm that
Let's
person
go.
you call that I'm not going to think about it. I'm just going to be like, yeah, let's go now. And he's like, well, we could go to this place called Big Bear, or this place like 8 hours north called Mount Shasta. But yeah, it's known as the root chakra of the world. I was like, well, let's go there.
There you
So we
go.
literally pack up everything in one day, and then we drive 8 hours together to Mount Shasta, and we got an Airbnb. It rained the whole first week, so like it was kind of cool, just seeing like the mountain and all its majesticness. And then he's like, "Well, it rained all week, like let's stay another week." And I was like, "Okay." We stayed another week, and then that week turned into another week, and then another week, and another week. And then my mom's calling me, "Did you join a cult? Like, what's going on?" So she came to visit to make sure we're all okay.
Oh, nice.
And then that ended up being the start of a really intensely beautiful spiritual journey where I got to experience what it would be like living with a community on the land, and all you had to worry about every day was building your fire, having your food, your shelter, and your water, and just singing music. It was kind of like a in the woods reality show almost. I really wish it was.
That's awesome, though. That is so cool.
Us with like 30 people all camping together.
Really?
Yeah, it was amazing. We met all after this ayahuasca ceremony when I did ayahuasca for my first and only time, which was an experience. But yeah, after that, we all lived on the mountain camping like a community together. And it was the most beautiful, like, collective experience where we're all supporting each other and with each other.
Now, that was during the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
So when you were up there, were they everybody wearing masks?
No.
Nothing, right? Nothing. Right?
No. But some towns around, like there was Ashland, Oregon, they were extra like that.
Yeah.
And we were like, no.
Huh.
Yeah. We're here teaching breath work. Like, breath work is going to help heal you because you need to get the oxygen in your body to heal. And we're like, why the hell are we going to wear this freaking thing? We're not.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and guess what? You're here, you're healthy, you're alive.
We made it through.
We made it.
We did
All of
it.
us did.
We did it.
All of it. Now we.
What an experience.
That sounds amazing. Actually,
It was the best. I am so grateful that happened.
Yeah.
Because I got to live like that for a good few months of my life and experience like what life is really like as community, as like people really caring for each other and like working together like, without having to worry about your job every day or like having to show up on social media and do all this stuff. I'm like, we got to actually just live life. Like,
exactly.
No anything.
I mean, in a way, that's why I grew up in Pennsylvania, because everybody, our whole community was always with each other and did things with each other and helped each other.
Yeah.
And were there for each other.
Yeah.
And then I moved to California, and I was in the same house for I don't know how many years. And I'd be lucky if I knew one of my neighbors' names.
Yeah.
You try to be social, but
Oh my
it's like
gosh.
everybody's so scared.
Yeah.
Scared to actually be that way. Like everybody's out to get each other. That type of vibe,
Yeah. No, I get that because I knew everybody down the block and up the street everywhere.
Yeah.
In Pennsylvania.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way we were too. Same thing. Well, that sounds like an amazing experience. I mean, to be able to do that, most people don't get to experience something like that. It's grateful that you got to do that. It's fantastic. Nikki, that's what we're going to do. Next week, we're going to move into the woods for a few months. You okay with that?
Right, next time they try to shut us down,
Yeah.
we're out of
Okay,
here.
we
We're outta
can
here.
all go up to Mount Shasta
There you go. Let's do
together.
it. Let's do it.
Let's totally do that.
Okay.
Because they're talking about doing another mandate again.
Oh, yeah, I know. My aunt, who's like, she watches the TV. She's in Pennsylvania. She goes, oh, looks like they're going to try to lock us down again. I'm like, how do you know that? She's like, well, I've been watching the news. I'm like, oh, now you think that.
Yeah, I tell you, they're going to have a hard time doing it this time. I think there's too many of us out there now. Too many of us, not just, and even the people that actually did support it back then, they're kind of actually crossed over too. And like, maybe this wasn't, what to do. You know what I mean?
I've noticed a lot of the shift.
It just hurts so many people, so many businesses, just everything. It was nothing good about it, but it's saving lives. I don't buy it.
In a way, because I like to look at everything like there's always good within the bad, like the yin yang, right?
That's what Nikki always says.
Yeah, that's why it's like one of my favorite symbols, because it's like, how can we shift just a little bit of a perspective to see the gift in it? And I think the gift is that like this brought us together more than ever to see like a grander illusion.
You're exactly
and also,
right.
it made people more health conscious than ever.
That's true.
Like, The
Nikki,
superfoods I work with, literally, our company doubled in size over the pandemic because so many people are like, hey, I need to take care of my health. Like, now I get it.
there you go. And Nikki always says, her and I always felt very alone during those days. And now, Nikki, what?
I just wish we knew everybody that we met during doing the show back then, because we felt alone, like we were the only ones like not complying, not feeling like well, this isn't right, because everyone around us was doing what
Yeah, it definitely seems like
I
that.
feel like no one was thinking the way we were.
But what Nikki always said, and she always gives a good statement, she always says, this had to happen because now it woke us up. Everything.
Well, I was referring to something else.
I know you're referring to what's our administration right now. I know that. However, but it's still too the pandemic and everything.
Right.
It's like one of those things that almost had to happen to actually wake us up and us to be stronger than ever.
Yeah.
Now we're not gonna take it.
It's definitely, it was like a call to action for everybody calling their power back.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Which I think was so necessary.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so now where can people find you to? Do they hire you out? Is that what it is? They hire you for your services? Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where can they find you?
You can find me on my Instagram at Alexis Divinity, AlexisDivinity, Alexis Divinity.
Okay.
And then I usually will take phone calls.
Okay.
Should I put my phone on here?
It's up to you. I mean, Nikki, do you want to just put her phone number on the?
Yeah, it will be your Instagram, website, phone, whatever you want. I'll put on the description so
Perfect.
anyone can just click on it.
Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, if you're looking to upgrade your mind, body, and spirit and get into the best health of your life, definitely reach out to me, and I would love to serve you and support you in that.
Well, I'm definitely going to be talking more about this. I really, really am. This is stuff really intrigues me, and I think I need a little bit of help here with what's going on.
I always wanted to do like live sessions of reflexology.
Oh yeah.
While like people experience it, because some of the best things are like you're telling me what's going on with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm working on you. You're feeling like the sensations as we're in real time. And then once people get up, that's when like the magic happens. They're like, oh my God, the back pain I had for 30 years is gone. And I'm just like, wow, I wish I could capture that like moment.
Yeah. I'd be willing to do that.
You know what I mean? So that could be something cool that I always wanted to try.
No, of course. That'd be fantastic. Well, I tell you, you're a little ball of energy. I tell you that right now.
Thank you.
I love everything you're about, everything you talk about. To tell you the truth, everything you talk about is what people like Nikki and I, we believe in, but I don't think we practice it enough.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the thing. We have to really start really buckling down and trying to practice it more often, and to keep us in that better state of mind, better health, better everything.
So I work with a lot of like top influential people, like health coaches and leaders and seminar leaders, and they all have coaches too. So no matter what level people are at, I've noticed, like even if you're Tony Robbins, he has multiple people working with him, supporting him in his health, on his journey. So I think it's to stay in that connection, that like lifestyle, that mindset. It's great to have mentors, support, your own like personal like healers in your pockets. You know what I mean? Because that's like the energy. Like it's also like moving you closer and getting you to your results that you want faster. Or just staying in that lane of expertise.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
I really, really do. I appreciate everything you stand for. I really do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we connected.
I know, right? It was just such a random thing that day. In fact, we just did Massimo's show that day.
Yeah.
We were over the restaurant, and there you were, and you just had, honestly, you were glowing.
Day.
You really were. You just had this glow about you, and you talked to us, and I'm just like, oh wow. And then when I started looking at after you led me to your Instagram, I started seeing. I said, Nikki, gotta have her on our show. Oh, 100%.
I was really feeling a vibe that day.
Yeah, it was great. It was
and that's just the power of like when you're really in gratitude and like things are just working out, and you're in that thing. I was on a level that day, like. Woo!
That's
so
awesome. That is awesome.
I'm glad you saw that, and we got to like bring it up, and
oh yeah,
this is all carrying for everyone else too.
No doubt about it.
They get to receive that too.
Well, good. Yeah, anybody who goes to Novo, request her for your waitress. She's amazing, and all good stuff. All right, Alexis. Well, thank you for coming on the show. It's been such a pleasure to talk to you about everything. Stuff like this really, like again, I say it again, it intrigues me. I love it. I can't get enough of it.
Thank you so much. It's been an honor and a pleasure, and I'm so grateful I got to share this space with you. We got to put some good vibes out for anyone who is open to receiving them and wants to deepen their spiritual practice or just heal on a deeper level. You know, we have this opportunity, and it's a decision and a choice.
Very good closing line. I love it. You're good. You're a great speaker too. I love everything you do.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Yay.
All right. Well, thank you again, Alexis.
PA. The gun show. The gun show.
She's awesome.
Well, let's get that. Let's do that. Here we go. Ready?
And
Hey.
ready, and the gun show. All good
Yes.
stuff.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys. That's our show for today. Nikki, where can they find us?
You can find Open Arms on Instagram, openarms.tv. You can also check us out on our website, openarms.tv. And if you have any questions for Alexis or Brian, you can send us a tweet at openarmsdt on Twitter or X, formerly Twitter.
Very good. And that's our show for today. And always remember, safety, family, and the Second Amendment. Have a great day.